My journey this weekend is around the Perry Lake Loop after the 2019 floods. The heavy rain this past year has brought a lot of water to the area, which has been really great for the seagulls and not that great for the hiking. I start out on Friday preparing for my camp the next day. I walk in a mile or so to drop some gear and cut some firewood. After the firewood is cut, I look for a place to stash my gear. I end up finding somebody's geocache. I guess it's a popular spot to hide stuff. After a bit, I finally find a nice spot to stash my pack. I do a B- job on some camouflage. The entire day ends up to be just short of 6 miles. The next morning, I discovered that slough access is closed due to the flooding, and I'm forced to change my starting point to the bridge at Ferguson Road. This year I decided to do this hike in reverse order. That way the mile markers would act kind of like a countdown. Due to the floods, the trails have been used very sparingly. As I get on the trail, I find myself interested in the smaller world around me, the world of decay and regrowth. Well, here we go. I am abandoning all my fancy filming stuff and just going iPhone. So, just got done with a trudge through the freaking mud road. Wasn't looking forward to it, and for good reason. I shouldn't have been looking forward to it. You can see it right behind me, the end of it. I'm getting ready to get to the gravel road. Another 3 or so miles on that, and about another 3 or so miles over to Ferguson, and then probably about another mile. So about 7 miles left. A little bit shorter day today than I thought because of the closure of Slough Creek public access. So anyway, should be arriving 3 o'clock-ish, 3-4 into camp. Hour of daylight left, and that'll give me a chance to get a fire started, get all my stuff gathered, and set up my hammock. Probably gonna take a nap before the game tonight, and then gonna watch the Chiefs and the Bears tonight. So evidently you can do that on the NBC app, so I'm gonna be watching it on my phone around a campfire. So don't know how I feel about watching NFL on my phone. Seems stupid. I might just turn over and listen to it on the radio, so we'll find out. But anyway, now time for more shitty road hiking. Yeehaw! All right, still on the road. You know, I'm on a section now that the road in front of me, I know it's closed from high water. So I haven't been passed by a car the entire way. So I think that's gonna hold out since I'm on a closed road at the moment. So making good time. You know, for a gravel road, it ain't bad. It's peaceful. Nobody's making noise, no shooting, no cars, just nice and quiet. So, yeah, I hate to say it. Kind of digging the ease of walking on the gravelish road with little to no mud. Sure is a lot less energy to do this. Anyway, just checking in. Well, good evening. Welcome to the campfire. It is about an hour before kickoff. I am super ready to go to sleep, but waiting for kickoff, maybe get the first half. 17 miles left tomorrow, so gonna have to grab some shut-eye. So, feel good though. Good morning, everybody. So, getting a good start this morning. Got my supply pack dropped near the extraction point, and now heading back, make a cup of coffee, and get out on the trail here just as the sun starts to peek up. I think 17 miles, some navigation issues because of flooding, and then got to come back and pick up my stuff. So, long day, feel pretty good. Owl kept me up all night, but that's okay. Itching to get going. There's a fine line between trailblazing and graffiti. All over the place. It's like you have to chop half the trees down. So, whoever did this, you're a frickin' moron. Starting around mile 12, the trail really started getting littered with driftwood. Hard to walk. In some sections, it is almost impassable. It really slows your progress. I do have one advantage this morning. There was a hard freeze last night, so all the mud behind me, it's frozen, so it's pretty easy walking. Later on today, it's gonna be a muddy mess, so keep that in mind for quite some time until everything gets back to normal around Perry. Gonna be muddy. It looks like the bridge didn't fare too well with the floods. We'll still give it a shot though. Ooh, and it's icy. So there's a good section of the trail that has been eroded away. Water was way high, way high. Check out these two guys. They just disconnected from here and fell down. And those are not small trees. Ironically, if the trail was totally flooded, it's pretty easy to walk. If it was right along the wash, you just have all that driftwood that you have to walk through. It's a big difference, huge difference. About mile 8.5 or so, like 9. About 8.5, there's a little bit of debris, but not bad, good walking. And this is the cedar glade, just after 8. I'm starting to get overgrown. After a little while, the smaller things started to grab my attention again. Just before mile marker 8, there's a creek bed that is a pain to cross when it's this muddy. And going towards the lake, and it's gonna be a problem. Maybe it's just me, but I've never really seen a beaver take down a cedar tree. Interesting. As I continue, there's just a carnage of debris. Well, that is interesting. A stump and a vine. Surprisingly, the flood has helped the tricky footwork that came after that bench. One positive. This has changed. You used to have to go all the way around. It's been shortened. So prepare to get muddy, but you can make it across as of today, but it is muddy. Pretty nice little cedar tunnel after you get across the river. Roundabout old Mobe's chair. Get ready for some thorns. Another casualty of the flood. I guess I'm going down. I can see the Ferguson Bridge way in the distance.